So what if I told you that Brava is one of the most underutilized attackers in Rainbow Six Siege? It wouldn't be that insane of a statement considering a lot of operators take quite a long time to find their footing in this game. I mean, just take a look at Warden and Nook. When both of those operators were released, they were both seen as very underwhelming, and many people consider Operation Phantom Sight to be one of the worst seasons we have ever received in the game. We got no new weapons, we got a very minimal reworked cafe, and on top of that, Warden and Nook were very uninteresting. Now in Operation Dread Factor, it's kinda hard to play a ranked match without seeing Warden and Nook appearing in the game. And with operators such as Grim getting buffed as well, every operator in this game is going to get their chance to shine. And I believe that Brava is an operator who has a lot of potential, and her gadget is pretty game changing, and since release you don't really see her massively played, and when you do, not a lot about the round changes. Now I believe when a lot of people play Brava, they are making quite a big mistake which doesn't allow her to be used to her full potential. Now I do admit Brava's drone isn't the easiest thing in this game to use. It takes quite long to pull off a hack, the drone itself is visibly quite big, it's quite loud, and there's even some points where you struggle to get it through some drone holes and you have to jiggle it through because it's that wide. But in the chance that you do get to pull off a hack with Brava, a lot of the time the enemies will already notice and destroy that gadget before it comes usable. And with those odds, a lot of people would rather just play Twitch instead. I found myself in a lot of situations like this where I didn't really see Brava's full potential and just didn't really find her that useful. So that's when I started to eliminate some factors as to why Brava was going quite wrong for me and a lot of players. A big thing is the drone gets spotted before you even get to hack a gadget. The majority of defender gadgets you'll find will be inside of a bomb site, and that's a hotspot to use your Brava drone. But for a lot of the time, a lot of utility like Maestro's Evil Eyes will be in a bomb site, and before you can even get your drone in there, you have to deal with mute jammers, multi-pests, and roamers getting in your way as well. I mean, just think about how hard it is to get a default drone into sight. Then on top of that, with Brava's drone, it's bigger, and there's a period of time when you're hacking something where your drone could be destroyed and it will stop the hack. And when you play Brava, you're most likely subconsciously ranking all the gadgets you see on whether or not they're worth hacking. For example, if you drove one of your clutch drones into a room and you've seen an alibi prisma and a Maestro Evil Eye and you only had one hack on you, what one would you hack? It's a pretty obvious answer because one of them gives way more utility to the attacking team once it's hacked, but it's also taking a lot more utility away from the defending team because a Maestro Evil Eye is so much more valuable than one of Alibi's prismas. But like I was saying, a lot of these high interest hackable gadgets will be found in heavily guarded areas, and it's going to be really hard for you to get your drone in there. So I'm going to propose a playstyle to Brava which is working for me currently, and it may be a bit disappointing to hear, but this is something that you're probably going to have to go for if you really want to get the most out of Brava and be an impact for your team. You're just going to have to accept, unless you're in a really low rank and low skill lobby, sight is going to be pretty much on lockdown, and getting a clutch drone in there to hack some gadgets is going to be pretty much non-existent. You're going to have way more success with your drone playing it away from sight, because that is going to be statistically where there is least defenders, and therefore a higher chance of you getting more successful hacks. And that's what you've got to go for, which is easily the least guarded gadget on defense, and that is default cameras. Rather than wasting your drone attempting to hack a yokai drone which is deep in the defender's bomb site, start going for the default cameras around the map, which is going to give you as the attacking team a bunch of intel, and a lot of the time the defenders aren't even going to notice that the cams are hacked, since on their feed it just shows them as destroyed, and from a defender's point of view, if they're not directly looking at the default camera, they can't tell if it's hacked or destroyed. This is way less obvious in hacking an Evil Eye or an Echo drone which is in sight, because defenders are going to know that pretty much instantly. Hacking the default cameras around the map are going to take the defenders by surprise, and they're not even going to know that they're getting yellow pings from a camera they don't even know is on the enemy team. I really like to do this on border. I simply just spawn by east staircase, and as soon as the round starts, I throw my clutch drone up, drive it into east, hack the east cam, drive it to 90, hack the 90 cam, and not only have I now gained so much intel for the attacking team so they can watch these cameras now, I have also taken away two of the most vital default cameras on this map from the defending team. And now with this clutch drone which only has one hack left, you can now try attempt to get it into sight and hack something in there. If you don't, you are still wasting a hack, but you're not wasting all three, but this is so much better than driving it directly into sight and hacking nothing. But a lot of the time when I'll do this, I'll still use that final hack to go for yet another default camera. A lot of you may be wondering why not at this point then just go for the effort of playing Dokkaebi. And that is a valid point, but remember Dokkaebi has to eliminate a defender first and then go over to their dead body and hack their camera. Not only is that quite risky, but that isn't something you can do at the beginning of the round. If you bring a Brava and learn your route for where your drone is going to be, you can hack 3 vital defender default cameras within the first 30 seconds of the round. This can be crucial on catching someone quite early in the round who still has the confidence that they've got a lot of control of the map. And one thing you have to remember with Brava compared to Dokkaebi is the fact that Dokkaebi still allows the defenders to access the cameras as well. Whereas when you hack a camera with Brava, it completely removes it from the defending team and it becomes part of the attacking team. To me, I see a lot more value in having 6 default cameras which are now part of the attacking team compared to hacking 1 bulletproof camera camera and one of Legion's goo mines. Now listen, if you're finding yourself in lobbies where you're successfully getting your Brava drone into sight, you're hacking valuable pieces of utility like evil eyes, echo drones, bulletproof cameras, then don't let me stop you from doing that. But once you get into the higher ranks like I'm in, it's really hard to pull that stuff off without you being punished for it. And there's one thing which I've kind of left out talking about, which I'm going to talk about now, and that is of course Kapkan traps. I think Kapkan traps are one of the best things for Brava to grab, because if we go back to my earlier discussion talking about when it comes to how valuable a gadget is compared to how hard it is to hack it, I gave the example of something such as Maestro's Evil Eye. That is a very high reward, but usually when it comes to that, the risk is also very high. And so I said you're better hacking default cameras because they're way further away from the site, you get a lot of utility from it, and it's very safe to hack. Kapkan is kind of the exception which brings both of them together, because you will typically find a decent amount of Kapkan traps away from the site. Depends on the Kapkan you're playing against, some of them might put them all on site, but a lot of them will maybe disperse them around to try and take some attackers off guard whilst they are clearing the map. And that is where Brava is going to come very much in handy. Using Brava to hack a Kapkan trap not only disables your teammates from walking in it, basically saving their lives, but it will then cause the defenders to detonate it and you can potentially get a kill that way. And trust me, when you're playing as a defender and Brava has hacked a Kapkan trap, you're not going to be looking at those doorways. If you don't know that that trap is hacked, you're walking into it. Trust me, it's happened to me since Brava has came out and you're really not expecting it. It's really in the back of your mind. Even though Brava has been out for multiple seasons now, it's still not really something you massively think about when you're playing as a defender. So add Kapkan's EDDs into the priority list. I'd put them in second place, with first place being the default cameras, simply because Kapkan traps can be placed anywhere on the map and you don't know until that round has started. However, default cameras will always be in a safe and same spot, and you can plan a route where you're going to make your drone go before the round itself starts. So the next time you play Brava and you load into a match, throw your drone out, place it very far away from the bomb site and start going for default cameras. If along the way as you're going for the default cameras you find some Kapkan traps, then start focusing on the traps. You want to have a mental list of priorities of what you're going to hack and where your drone is going to go, and this will make you such an effective player. Now I'm going to show some clips here and I'm going to allow the audio of me giving comms to play, because I want you all to hear how I'm communicating with my teammates as the Brava and letting them know which cameras are hacked so they don't accidentally shoot them and take that away from our team. And I know someone's going to comment that pretty much all of these are on border. That's simply because that is the only map so far where I've pretty much mastered Brava, so hopefully this is a good starting point for me to migrate to other maps, and hopefully more people understand and do the same. So pay attention to these clips and have a wonderful day. The stairs, 2 ping, exact 2 ping, exact 2 ping.
Don't stand up front.
Nice.
Alright, once he got that place on the so.
Let me drone office, let me drone office.
There's a shield Africa.
One open. No. He's playing on the wall.
Office, Ella on the ping, on the 5 ping, on the 5 ping.
Ella dead.
Ella
Rotate
dead.
around.
We're not getting reach.
Rotate around.
Yeah, we're coming.
Go. I have the cross.
Can you open up here then? Yeah, opening now.
Right, I'm gonna smoke it, ready?
Africa.
Go.
Mute dead.
Right, it's smoked, go for it.
Africa.
Go.
It's a warden, guys.
Oh yeah, no, okay, just plant behind cover, you're fine.
Sandwich and...
Nitro gun.
I have the cross.
Yeah. Just don't expose yourselves. Let Rams take this cross. Warden's near archives door.
One cross. You fried me? I didn't know you guys backed off like fully.
Could be coming off as double.
Warden dead.
Off as double.
Yep.
Nice.
One full ping. In the store. Still there.
Right, I've hacked a double Kapkan on 90 hole.
Still there on a cam.
There's one in customs.
One in customs.
Right,
Yeah, they
guys,
shot at me
guys.
as I was crossing.
Guys, the cross 90, right? There's a double Kapkan there and a single. I've hacked the double, so just watch. There's still an active Kapkan there.
Yeah, in customs.
Hager is still downstairs. We're not trying to kill him. We're not trying to.
I've hacked 90 cam.
I'm gonna hold so he can't come up east.
I hacked 90 cam.
I don't know.
Right, Kapkan's in office.
Top east is clear.
Yeah.
Again, watch when you cross 90, there's still a single Kapkan there. I've hacked 2, but there's still a single. Kapkan was in office last scene, close on the hallway door.
One in blue right now.
Legion's in archives.
Can you go down east stairs and see if you can get across on this guy?
We have
I
east control,
heard him
correct?
in blue, yeah. I'm gonna clone and see if I can find him.
Nothing
He's
office,
in
nothing
vents,
window.
in
Wall
workshop,
is
in workshop,
gated.
in workshop, at the near the workshop door to the right.
One in fountain, deep fountain, Capcan.
Bro,
Jaeger dead, Jaeger dead.
Nice. Good pinch.
Deep fountain.
I'm coming back up east.
Dead, dead, dead. I don't know who that was. I don't know if that was Capcan or not.
Take the diffuser, take the diffuser, take the diffuser.
I got it, I
Actually,
got it.
I'm not. One's in CC, just impacted.
Legion was in archives then. Throw in.
I'm in office. I'm in office. I'm in office.
I'm nading small box.
Fountain 50.
Someone help me with this fountain.
90 dead, 90 dead. Last one was fountain.
No. Capcom was fountain. Oh.
I killed Captain.
Yeah,
Nothing
that's
fountain.
I'm gonna count. Wait,
Inside, in archives.
that's not cool. That's not cool. Alright. Someone help pinch me. I'm in archives. I'm close to archives. We need to pinch him because I'm close. Nice.
got
Good
it.
job.
Well done, guys, well done.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good pinch on that Jaeger as
Good
well.
job. Well done.
Yeah.